Hey guys, welcome to Real Shit Friday. It's your girl Coco. I got Carlos here with me today. What is everything like on your side of the world, Carlos?
What's good? Today, I mean, Mother Nature on the West Coast can't fucking decide if she she keeps on back to winter. So today was cloudy and like 50 degrees, and it's still fucking cold. But then yesterday it was 92 degrees.
Oh
So
wow.
everyone's getting sick from just like the
Up
weather
and
is so
down.
dramatic. Like it's freezing right now.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's like no equilibrium. So been dealing with that, and just getting just life, just fucking life, getting bills caught up, and
yeah.
finally like deciding just to try to find other little hustles I can do to make more money.
Mhm.
I went through the house, like we were talking about hustles on the Wednesday on my Wednesday segment, and I was like, man, I need some money for this weekend. So I have like knickknacks through the house that I don't use. Like I have like mannequins that I bought from a couple years ago that are
Mhm.
actually really valuable. So I just put them on like Facebook Marketplace to sell, and some other stuff I had laying around the house just to sell to get some extra cash. So that's pretty much what I've been doing today and cleaning. And I have an Airbnb guest checking in. I had one check out this morning,
Ooh.
another one checking in.
Ooh, doing some
So
business.
I know, right?
But
I
that's good.
know.
That's
So
good.
it's been a good week. It's been a good week.
It seems like you've been a lot more. If you guys hear that I'm like moving around, my computer is about to die. Okay, good. Crisis avoided. Um, but it seems like you've been a lot more productive than I have been because literally I've probably had the worst 3 days I've had in a very long time. I've been in the dark, I've been sleeping, I've been literally not doing anything I probably should be doing this week because I've just had one of those moments. As people know, I go through depression probably every like once every month, but this time it's been super, super, super heavy. I don't know why. It just came over me. And then when you're in that state, you start doing some soul searching to try to fucking figure out what's wrong with you. So I went like sifting through my brain, being all in my feelings, and then after a while, things start making sense as to why you might be in this funk. Maybe it's not why, but you definitely kind of figure out what's contributing to it. Um, and I think that I broke it down to like a good three things that I'm probably going to rant about today, just because one, I need it for therapy reasons. Two, I thought it'd be perfect to share on Real Shit Friday because it's some real shit. And then also, I know Carlos just loves delving into my life, and I don't get to rant that often, and I'm sure that that's something that he is comfortable with. So I figured,
I love ranting.
there you go. See? So I figured I'd use this outlet to kind of get some stuff off my chest. So the first thing I wanted to kind of bring up was I don't even know how to word this. I guess overextending yourself and how much damage that can do to a person. I don't think people realize that spreading yourself thin is probably the most self detrimental thing you can do. But when you're a
Yep.
caring person or what you have, when you just read people so much and you care about them and you know that they're going through things or you just want them to feel loved, you don't realize how much you're actually like how much of a disservice you're doing to yourself because you're really kind of overextending yourself and putting out so much love and putting out so much effort, and half of the time it doesn't get reciprocated, or even most of the time. For me, I feel like it's most of the time, to be honest.
I
um
call that Coco. I call that the milk carton effect, where like it's like
mm,
back in the day, every day where when they were delivering milk, and every day you knew that you had milk, so you can drink all the milk you want throughout the
yeah,
day and share it with everyone because tomorrow morning you're going to
you're
get a
gonna get
whole
more
nother glass
milk.
of milk or whole. But when people aren't putting that love back into you or that support back into you, and you're steadily just pushing it out, you'll run yourself dry. You'll
Exactly.
run out of milk. You'll just run out of love. You'll run out of help for others, and then you actually, like you said, you do yourself a way disservice because you're not even useful for yourself anymore at this
Exactly.
point. Not
Exactly.
less useful for anyone else.
And that's exactly the point that I was making because I'm gonna tell a story, a short story, and of course, it's no shade to anybody. It's just, because I've been going through what I've been going through. It's just what I've been kind of sifting in my mind. So I just want to kind of put it out there. So the other day, I threw a birthday party, a surprise birthday party for my sister-in-law, and I'm so happy. She had a wonderful time. She was very appreciative. She had a great time. She enjoyed herself. And nothing about that is what bothered me. I loved it. I probably, of all the surprise birthday parties I've thrown, that was my favorite because she really had no idea, and all it turned out beautiful. All her friends came, at a good time. Her family came, and everyone just enjoyed themselves together, and she really was, authentically surprised. My thing was, the days after that, I got super emotional, and it was only because I overthink. And of course, I was in my feelings, and I think it's probably when this started. Probably a coincidence. I don't think any of it caused it, but I thought to myself, no one would show out for me like this. Like, no matter how I've thrown like 17 parties, and I don't think anyone has ever showed out for me when it's something for me. Like, when I used to have parties, you should just be like general parties. Let's come have drinks, get boozed up, have a good time, and dance. But I've thrown birthday parties for
Yeah,
myself, and I literally, like, 4 or 5 of my like closest friends will come and nobody else will show up. And I was really bummed because I was like, there was like it was a madhouse for her party. It was a madhouse for my husband's party. It was a madhouse for my mother-in-law's party. And, it's just people show out for everyone but me. And it really like hurt me, I think, because it's like, dude, like, just because I'm planning for myself, because no one else I'm built for this. I don't throw shade to anyone because I haven't been thrown anything. I know that I'm built for this, and I do this because I enjoy it. It's not for everybody. So I'm not expecting someone to do things for me, so I throw my own things. But I feel like since I throw them for myself, it makes me look vain, and in turn people don't want to show out for me. So like I was super down. I was like, what the hell? I was crying. I was like, this sucks. Like, no one would show out for me like this, and I don't understand why when I put so much effort into it for other people. And it really bothered me. And I know, like, it's probably petty, but like when you're depressed, you just keep thinking of millions of things that like have hurt you, and it just makes it worse because it's just the way the fucking mind likes to do it. But that was one thing that bothered me. And then also, I found it that I realized I've done so much for like my really close friends. There's one friend that really does, she'll show appreciation. She's done things for me. And I love her to death for it. Like, I have nothing bad to say about her. But I'm going to talk about someone else, and I know she doesn't listen, which is another issue. I'm going to put out another situation. Now, Carlos, I need you to listen to this. And I've been beaten up a lot about it because they're like, what are you thinking? But I told everyone around me that one of my friends wants to release something she's been working on my birthday. The reason for this is our birthdays are 4 days apart, and my birthday happens to fall on a Saturday. So she wants to do this release kind of for her birthday, but on the birthday weekend, which happens to be my birthday. And she wants me to kind of help her set everything up and promote it for her and set the whole party up and all that kinds of stuff. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this shit sucks because I've thrown her a surprise birthday party for both of us, and it ended up feeling like it was just her birthday. This was like 3 years ago. I've planned like not bridal shower, sorry, baby shower for her. I've done everything, and then she wants to throw something on my birthday, and then it's gonna take the shine completely away from me. So the more I think about it, the more angry I get. And again, like the past couple days, I've been severely thinking about like how fucking fucked up that is. But like, what do you think about that, Carlos? Am I being petty? Like, I just feel like that's super unfair, and I think that's something that was on my mind these past couple days too, along with a whole
no,
bunch of other shit.
no, no. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. We have had, if people, okay, so it depends. It really depends. Like, so if she can't move her release date, or if she's contracted into a release date, or this, that, and the other,
Mhm.
I can understand that. But when I was in college and Chris and I were first dating,
Mhm.
he had a friend whose birthday was on Valentine's Day. Her
Oh
birthday was
wow.
February 14th, and while like when they were in college, they would always just celebrate her birthday because they were all single. But then when Chris met me, I remember one Valentine's Day, I wanted to like go to the movies and like go to
Mm.
dinner and like do
Something
it was like our
romantic.
first Valentine's, and I was like, yeah, like it's Valentine's. I want to do it. And we had to split the day between we went to the movies and then we went to her birthday dinner for her birthday. And then like I got super jealous because like Chris didn't get me any Valentine's gifts, but he got her a birthday gift, and I was just like this is my day type of thing. And so after that, I started letting her know. I said, if you're gonna have your birthday party actually on Valentine's Day, never expect for me and my husband to actually come to your birthday party
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not doing it no more. Like you can have it on the 13th, you can have it on the 15th, but just don't have it on the 14th. Like I understand it's your birthday, but
But
usually
it's
that falls
unfair.
like a Wednesday or Thursday anyways, and it's unfair, you know. And going
Exactly.
back to like what you were saying about celebrating everyone else, I do that too. Like last year, I threw Christopher this huge birthday party. His best friend flew in from Florida and stayed with us. We had a huge 90s theme house party, like from the movie's House Party. We like that's
Mm-hmm.
the theme of this
That's
party,
dope.
and like we had graffitis like our garage. We had paint and spray paint, and I was letting people graffiti all over my garage and like leave their mark. It had pizza and music, and it was like a house party.
Oh
And then my
wow.
birthday comes around. I wake up. He's like, "Good morning, babes. Happy birthday!" and just gives me a kiss, and like that's it.
Yeah. And it sucks because we're just
So like
we're A type. We're like A type personality, so we're built for this. But other people aren't. So sometimes you feel, I don't know. Sometimes you feel like it's kind of like unbalanced, but then you realize that other people are not like that. They're not planners. They're not, they don't think out of the box. They don't bend over
exactly,
backwards because it's not in them and it's not their fault. But you feel empty, and it sucks. And maybe, like I said, maybe I'm just being petty. Maybe I'm just in my feelings, and this happens a lot. So please, everybody, don't mind me. I have these phases all the time. And plus, I don't get emotional, and I keep things in all the time, and that kind of I think fucks me up. So
yep,
don't mind me.
yep, Coco. That's what I started. Like what I started doing after my birthday last year. And then
Mhm.
another thing, Chris was like, "Well, you really didn't specify. Like you can't. Like for me, he knows I'm going to plan something every
Yeah.
year, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a surprise or like a semi surprise or like even if it's not a surprise, there's something that you don't know about. Just because I like seeing his reaction. I like to see him
Yep.
happy. But him,
Exactly.
he doesn't it's not like he does it on purpose, but he's just not that person.
Mhm.
He'd rather just I don't the way he explains it is like, Carlos, all throughout the year you can get whatever you want, which is true. Like I literally like don't work, my husband makes sure that everything gets paid for just so I can live my dream. So that's the
Mhm.
way he kind of looked at it. He was like,
I get it.
I give you gifts all year long. I give you gifts all year long. I don't see the point of making one day important. And then I really was just like, well, next year it needs to be really. It was my 25th birthday too, so I was really in my feelings about turning 25, and nobody came to my birthday and this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
But then a couple weeks later, my family to New York, So like he was like, this
Yeah.
is why we can have a birthday party because in like 2 months after that, we're flying everyone to New York, and that was going to be super expensive. So
Yeah, I
I
got
think
you.
don't get in your feelings. Your loved one loves you. They might show it differently, but they still love you.
No, I know, and I no, and I appreciate that. It's not even. I don't know. I don't know. I think I just have like just. I've built a community of just shitty people, like shitty friends, because like I've had a whole like 7 years of throwing big parties and stuff like that, and entertaining the shit out of people, and I've never gotten, hey, you want to hang out after the party. It's pretty much I'm non-existent, and it's been like that for years and years. I have like a handful of friends that I will always be able to call on and things like that, and I think that's probably all I need. But it's just, I don't know, something about seeing all that happiness and all that liveliness, and I'm like, what the fuck, where are people when I need them? I was so happy that like she got all that
Well,
love, but I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it just, I don't
I
know.
see what you're saying, Coco. I saw this commercial. And it really showed. It was really hitting home. The guy. It was this guy's wedding, right? It was a black
Mm,
guy's wedding, and his dad was in charge of all of the invitation. And the guy, when like the day of his wedding, only like 15 out of 300 people showed up. And he asked his dad, he's like, Dad, did you send out all of the invitations? And his dad
mm,
was like, yeah, but instead of saying it was for your wedding, I said that we were having a family get together because you were having a problem and we needed to come together as some friends and help you out. So
oh
he's like,
wow.
I really did that to see how many people were actually to support you just for her. And he goes, these are the people you're gonna have to keep in your marriage. And I was like, that is so like when like that it was like a 1 minute clip, and I was like, that
That's
is
really
so
powerful
deep.
though.
Like that is it's really powerful because I mean, anyone to come party, but like when you actually do you really want all those people around you, or do you just like you said, it's a happy joy, and that's great. But at the end of the day, I mean, maybe it is good that you know you have your core people, your
Yeah.
core friends, and maybe you won't always have a trillion people there at all your parties, but you do know that those core people are always going to be there for you.
Exactly. I don't know. I think that's something I need to focus on again. Like when you go through like depression or just being like out of it or in a rut, it's hard to even think like that until afterwards. But because I guess I'm coming out of it a little bit, it just like it kind of clicks of like why am I wasting my time in tears and frustration um on worrying about past stuff and all that crap. But one other thing I wanted to bring up is why is everybody so, I guess, so quick to kick people while they're down? Like what the reason why I'm saying that is because I made a post. I always say I'm very public about when I go through struggles. So I posted I was depressed on my Facebook and I get so much love. I don't do it for love. I do it cuz I have a lot of people on my pages that go through what I go through and I want to let them know, hey, it's okay to just tell people you're going through stuff. We're all here. I like to be the voice. If someone's going through something, I'll be like, hey, guys, I'm having a rough time so people can know that not everybody's there to harm you. Not everybody there you do have support. If you don't have support immediately in your home, you have support all over. And this one guy posted on my post, he goes, look at what you have. Some people go through real depression. Some people get their legs cut off. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean by real depression? I actually have clinical depression. I was like, I was livid. And I deleted his comment because I was just so frustrated. But I'm like, why would you think that that would be supportive to say, to demean someone's status? Just because I'm bubbly and because I'm entertaining all the other times doesn't mean I don't go through real struggles. And I thought that was just so disrespectful. And I was like, I don't know, maybe again,
It
I was
is.
being petty, but I thought it was so rude. Like, I don't know. Would you
No,
have would
that's
you have
fucking
thought of
rude
it
as
that
fuck.
way?
That's no, I would. I see. You're better than me because when people do that, like I tell you all the time, especially with my YouTube videos, thousands of the comments, and most of them I will ignore. But I had one comment where the guy was like, I was guess who's attractive, and then he was just like,
Mhm.
Carlos, you're an ugly fucking person. That's why that's why your family died. Like you could tell he went and looked at
What?
all my content. He goes, that's why your family died. And you and your husband can't even see each other right now, or not going through the court case because God doesn't like anything ugly.
Oh
And when
my
I
God.
tell you you have to be watch, you have to be a follower or at least like up on my shit to know what's going on in my life.
Mhm.
And where he was, I found out who he was from his YouTube, found him on Facebook, and then found out that he was a 17-year-old kid from I called his high school, I called his guidance counselor, I called the city police and let them know where he was at, and I was like, he's making death threats to my family. I destroyed his life. The school called me back the next day, and I was like, you definitely need to contact this student because the student is making death threats and being a cyber bully,
Cyberbullying. Yep.
and I won't do it. I won't have it. I'm like, I'm sure he was. Yeah, I told him, I was like, he made some gun references because he was talking about rights. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he might up shoot up your school. Once I said that, they had him calling me, like, they called a conference call within like 2 hours. And it was
Oh
just a
wow.
single accumulate of what I said in real life.
Yo, that's
So you
crazy.
people out here who are posting this shit, like, go, you're better than me because I would have destroyed his whole life. I would have had enough time. I would have time you could have people that pisses me off to know and someone on your hey, it's my I can say the sky is purple and it'll be purple for me. You know,
Exactly. For
it's my
real.
opinion. It's crazy.
Like, and I thought it was just like you took the time to write that bullshit. Like, it's not even, did you see all the beautiful positive things people are writing? Did you really want to be that guy? And I guess it was just his day to be that guy. So I was frustrated. And plus, when you're in that state, you're thinking, you're doubting yourself, like, do I look stupid for posting this now? Should I take it down? Like, and then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not going to take this shit down. I had a day. I'm letting people know I had a day. So, fucking deal with it. But anyway, so I was frustrated about that. The last thing I want to talk about, though, is being a business owner. I think that, I mean, I know for a fact from statistics that we go through a lot of depression just because of what we deal with on a daily, having to keep things running, keep things afloat, and downing ourselves, and having competition and figuring out where we fit. So as business owners, we go through a lot of shit. And a lot of people don't understand that unless you're put in the position to run something. Um, and I feel like nowadays it used to be where, people would see young people trying to build a business or trying to make something of themselves, and they are right there with them. They're giving them a chance. They're like, "Hey, I'd rather hire you guys than hire this guy because I want to see you guys grow." And it's so crazy because nowadays I don't see that as much. You don't see people wanting to give people chances because they're new. It's more like, "No, I need to see that your Facebook is popping, you got all these reviews. I need to see that before I even give you a single chance." But you don't realize that people be bullshitting the fuck out of reviews and bullshitting the fuck. They're completely fake on social media. Or even if they've done good work in the past, it doesn't mean that they're gonna get your job done the way you wanted to. You're a completely different client. So I just feel like the world needs to be more receptive to small business owners. People don't realize how that we fucking make the world turn. And I don't think that the US appreciates that. I really don't think that. Like, what have you come across this issue, Carlos, like in your, dog business or in your Airbnb? Do you feel like there's just you're frowned upon if you have a small business that isn't up and popping and
Oh,
all over the world? Like,
yeah, I get that all the time. Where I'll be like, I have a small business. Oh, well, where is it located? Oh, it's online. Oh, so you don't actually have a store, so
yup,
it's just a hobby. No, bitch. I have business licenses. Like they're like I have to fucking file 1099. Like they're
yes,
businesses.
yeah,
you know, like and then even like with Airbnb, like this goes back to our Wednesday show with my hustles. I have so many legal hustles, and those are a business.
yeah,
Once you make $10,000 off of anything that you do, is now considered taxable. Uncle Sam wants your money, and you better put a lease or proprietorship. You're gonna be paying way more money,
yep,
and personal taxes than if you were just paying business taxes. So
exactly.
I. It really pisses me off when people, or even my favorite, so, like, no one understands YouTube monetization. People don't understand that that's an
Yeah,
actual business.
it's an
Like,
actual thing.
when I had a business meeting yesterday with Shakira for the
Uh-huh.
Audacity, and I kept like I paid for her for our lunch or whatever, and I kept the receipt, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much." I was like, "Oh no, tax this is
Yep.
taxable, boo boo. Like, like this is taxable. I'm taxing this. I tax cuts. I tax my brow every time. Anything that keeps me looking good, since I am in entertainment, I
Uh-huh.
file that with my taxes. But people don't take it serious. They just think it's a joke. They
Uh-huh.
really just think it's a joke until you actually start living better than them. Then they will start to take you serious. Then they'll
Exactly.
be like, oh wow, that is a business. Like when people look at Airbnb, last year I made $14,000 on
Yep.
my spare room, and literally my rent was only for the whole year 17,000. So I pretty much lived in my house last year for free,
Yep. There you
almost,
go.
just by having people come into my house, So, but it's a business, and just like with any business, I am very professional. I expect everything to be on time, and on topic, and everything. But I hate when people just underestimate it because they don't understand what type of business you have.
Exactly. And another thing is, I was talking to Troy on Free Yourself the other about a week and a half ago, and I was telling him that it's so crazy. As you know, me and my husband are trying to, get a new place and hopefully get a house soon. So I wanted to take up another job for some extra income. It's so crazy how employers actually look down upon you when you say you're a business owner. First thing they ask is, what makes you want to do this if you have all that to deal with? And I always have my answer for them. I always say I have a well-oiled machine and now have left with a lot of free time because I built my business up to where it needs to be. My employees run everything. I ask them if they need help. They say no, I got it, and that it's exactly where I want it to be. Now I want to utilize my skills, and I want to, I have free time and I want to grow along another company and utilize my skills and kind of, have something more secure. So I always have that answer. But that's the first thing out of their mouth. And then the second thing that they say is, are you going to be hard to work with since you have your own business? And I said, no. I said, in order to own your own business, you have to be a team player. You have to learn how to lead, and you have to learn how to work in a group. Because the only way that you're going to grow is that if you
Yeah.
build a good team and you are able to lead them to success and build them up and build up your morale. You have to be a team player. People, a lot of people, it's so crazy how like employers, especially business owners, don't understand. Like they've been there. So for them to have the audacity, which y'all should talk about this too, um, ask me if I'm a team player or all these questions that they've had to answer themselves. It's so stressful. It's really upsetting because you.
Well, speaking about the audacity,
Mhm.
my co-host Shakira, our meeting yesterday was literally about that.
Mhm.
There were a few things like with editing, because like if you know me, I'm used to working by myself.
Yep.
Even though I have to kind of like we work together as a team, but it's kind of like you need to have your own shit together for your own segments and your own shows.
Exactly.
So it's still kind of like working single because one, I'm completely by myself whenever I record, and two, I don't really have to like, hey, Coco, don't you think? Can I do this topic? No, bitch, I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. You know.
Mhm.
But with with Shakira, it was it was a time where I actually am working with someone like face to face. So you just have just like just the normal getting annoyed. Like I think she was looking, and we had kept having to set, and she was saying. And then when we were editing, I guess I was being short with her, and she
Mhm.
felt disrespected, and we had to have a conversation about it because she asked me, she goes, well, you seem like you're more comfortable working alone than you are with a group, and I want to make sure that you can actually work with someone else. And
Mhm.
I really got offended by that because I don't think that I work better alone. I'm good at what I do alone, but
Mhm.
the reason if I can do it alone, great. I can do it with a person 10 times better. Two heads are always better than
Exactly.
one, and that's the way I look at it. So when you say like, oh, you're an entrepreneur or you're self-made, I don't want to work with you. And I had to explain that to her. Just because I'm used to working alone doesn't mean that I can't work with a group or I can't work with someone. And and it's a learning curve. Like I have to learn like, well, maybe her way of editing is not my way of editing.
Mhm. You guys
And
have
what
to
we
just
decided
come
to
to
do
a
is just edit our own
balance.
videos. Like we both get the raw footage of the video, and
Mhm.
she'll take it her page and edit it, and, and I'll take it and come. Yeah, you have to come to an agreement, and
Mhm.
and but you can't change someone, especially an entrepreneur, and that's why I continue to not be able to work because every time I go work for someone, either and be innocent shit that nobody else cares if I care. Or two, I end up just being over aggressive, like taking it serious.
No,
And they're
makes
like, well, it's not
sense.
that serious. I'm like, well,